What up, though? Welcome back to the Beat Factory 313 War Stories podcast, and I'm your host, Juice. And I got another one for y'all coming from the MDOC. Let them know who we got with us today, Mo.
Anthony Hicks coming from Lakeland Correctional Facility.
What's going on, Islam King? How the brother doing today?
Islam, I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well.
Now let them know what you're going through in your situation at this hour, Hicksville.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm going through right now. In 2019, I filed for the brain science with the Michigan courts. We won our case in the Michigan Supreme Court July 28th, 2022. So I've been waiting ever since then to get resentenced. And so that's where I'm at right now. After 41 years, I'm waiting right now to get resentenced. Well, to have my case held out, taken out of the bench, and sent back to the lower court so I can get resentenced. It's been a long journey. So I'm getting kind of nervous. You're gonna have to help me out.
And 41 years. Tell them how you end up getting a 41 year bid as a juvenile.
Oh, okay. So this is what happened. Me and a couple of fellas decided we wanted to hit a lick, and I ended up catching an armed robbery murder. And I was 18 at the time, so I was sentenced to mandatory life, first degree mandatory life.
And what year was this?
1984.
Okay. And was it a place of business, or was it just a civilian?
I didn't hear you.
Was it a place of business? How did you be accused?
No, this was a civilian. This was a civilian.
And how many of y'all how many co-defendants did you have?
2.
Okay. And
they was older than me. They at home. They've been at home. They've been at home for a while now. I'm the last one. I was the youngest, and I'm the last one now. So
now, how was it they was able to get home, been home, and you still doing a 41 year bid?
Because they wasn't up to charge with first degree murder. I was charged with first degree murder. They was aided in the bed, and I was the primary. So that's what happened today.
And how did they come up with you as the primary? How they make how they cipher that and trial? Y'all went to trial?
Yeah. We all went to trial, but that's not. I'm not trying to point any fingers at anybody. Regardless to the case itself. I'm really focused on now coming home, getting reacclimated back to society, and becoming a productive member. Playing in my part and trying to help clean up the things that I did.
That's right.
For the city of Detroit, and become a contributor, citizen to Detroit.
Become part of the solution and not the problem. And that's what we own here too. And I appreciate you for that. So what are some of the things you had to go through with regaining your freedom?
What are some of the things that I'm gonna have to go through? You said.
Yeah. Or what I'm saying, what you've been going through with the court system and all that, because it's been 41 years. So, what that fight been like?
It's been a long, right? It's just been a long, tedious journey, right? It's just been a long, tedious journey, man, and it's been a struggle just because you hear so many no's, and then when you do get a yay, you still got a delay. You know what I mean? So like I said, we won the case back in 2022, and guys are still going home. Yet and still, I'm still being held up. Me and several other guys who were 18 at the time still being held up just because we got caught up with our case being in the Michigan Supreme Court. So that's what's been stagnating us right now as we speak, along with Miss Kim Worthy. But I ain't gonna let none of that hold me up.
Right.
I just can't wait to have the opportunity to, reconnect back with my family, man.
Most definitely.
I said, become a productive citizen of Detroit.
Now, Now, with you saying that y'all already had won a decision back in 2022, that was saying that you deserve your freedom, right? So
But that was saying that to keep an 18-year-old locked up for first-degree murder was unconstitutional without going through a mitigating hearing. So that's what opened it. That was the gateway right then and there. But the problem, a lot of the older guys had is that we was on collateral review, and so they was trying to make us. We had to go back down to the Court of Appeals because they didn't want to give it to us on the ones that was on collateral review, meaning that was on appeal.
Okay.
And so that's what's been the delay. But now, since April the 1st of 2025, the Michigan Supreme Court said it applies to us too. So that's what we're waiting on right now.
So do you have to go back to the courts to be resentenced?
Yep, I got to go back down to Wayne County to be resentenced. Yep, that's what I'm waiting on now.
And so that could be any day now. They ain't gave you no inclination, no idea how long that process to be.
Yep. Once Michigan Supreme Court released my case, that's what I'm waiting on them to do right now. Matter of fact, I called them yesterday morning, and so as soon as they release my case back down to the circuit court, I'll be eligible for resent. So that's what I'm waiting on.
So what happened with appeals? What happened on your appeal? Because you saying they was holding you up. Oh, you won your appeal.
Yeah,
so if you won your appeal, so why didn't automatically just release you then? If you won the appeal,
well, because you got to go through the process, man. It just got to go through the court process, man. It's not so easy like that, I was held in abeyance on this particular issue with another case, and once that case won, that means everybody else who had that same issue won, right?
Right.
But they still have to go back and look at your issue and your case singly, individually. Even though you already won that issue, they still have to go back and read yours and make their decision and get with you. So that's what I'm waiting on right now. Although I already won, I know it sounds kind of confusing, but that's just the way it is.
Right. So you saying y'all won the case that was for like a class action for everybody that pertained to all inmates, right? Okay.
Right.
So
18-year-old.
Right. Okay. I follow.
18 years old at the time.
Right. Yeah. So now, what about appealing your case as appealing your case individually separately? Did you ever appeal your case on your own without the
No, that's what I did. That's what I had to do. I had to do it for this issue here.
Okay.
But what happened was the issue that we all brought up affected a group of people. So when one won, everybody won.
Right.
Yeah, but I had already filed though. I wasn't just sitting by idly. I still filed once we had the opportunity to go in up under the brain science, under the newly discovered scientific evidence. Once we did that, once the courts made that available to use as a gateway to get in, then I took advantage of that and filed my 6500 motion. And that's how I got back in the court on that issue. And we have been successful on it. So like I said, right now, all we're doing is just waiting on the Michigan Supreme Court to release my case, which they will be doing probably, I'm hoping before they leave on a summer break in July, I should already have my decision. And then I just wait for Kim to send me a date for resent. Yeah.
And so how Kim been playing it down there? How Wayne County been playing it? Because a lot of the individuals that I done talked to that got back, they've been out of others' jurisdiction. So what's been going on? Why it's so hard for the Wayne County to grant it?
Well, the reason why it's hard for us in Wayne County is because one, she appealed it, and when she appealed the decision that the Court of Appeals initially made for us on the retroactivity of it, that stopped a lot of the judges from resentencing guys. Some of them continue to do it, but it was only a very handful that did that. Now, since the decision came out again from the Michigan Supreme Court, now that opened the doors not just for the 18-year-olds, but the 19 to 20-year-olds had their case up there too, and they won. So now you went from 130-something 18-year-olds to over 470-something 19 and 20-year-olds. So it's going to really be a long and tedious process now. But the good thing about it is that they go on according to how much time you got in, those with the oldest cases. So that's where I'm at.
What led them to arresting you anyway?
What led to them arresting me?
You're right. How did you get?
We got into a high-speed chase.
Okay, that wasn't. They just was trying to pull y'all over. Y'all just happened to be after the crime.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then from the high-speed chase, once they apprehended y'all, so they caught y'all in the high-speed chase. How did they put y'all with a crime that had been committed?
Because of the gun.
Okay. Say ballistics. Okay. Yeah. So, and then with everybody else being home already, how was that? What was their sentences? Because you evidently was fighting the life bit, right?
Yeah, I had to. I was primary, so they had sentenced me to first-degree murder, mandatory life, and 8 to 20 for the armed robbery, and 2 years for the gun.
Okay.
The other one was sentenced to 17 to 30, and another one was for armed robbery. Then the other aider and better, he was sentenced to I want to say 8 to 15.
Oh, so they've been home. You've been gone 41 years. Did any of them come back on your behalf to speak up for you on your behalf since this journey, since they was released?
No, but a whole bunch of other people have though, man. I've met countless other people that's been very instrumental in helping supporting me that I've met in here, man, and I'm just grateful and thankful for that.
Well, get a shout out to the organizations that work with you that helped you. So maybe somebody that need that help hear this.
Oh well, I didn't have the organizations to help me. I just had different inmates and ex-convicts that's been helping support me. So that's how that was.
Oh, okay.
So it haven't been any organizations. Now I'll tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Upon my release, when I get my parole, they do have a lot of programming set up for us, though. They do have that.
Okay.
It will, help us find housing, job, vouchers for.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Okay, well, you got to share some of that with the viewers because the people need that information to tap into it too. Other inmates, because a lot of brothers come out here and they don't have that type of help. You feel me?
Right.
So
I'm gonna have to get back with you. I can't do it right now because they're getting ready to cut this thing off. Right.
Okay, bet. You tune back in with us and when you have time and we put that together for the inmates and let them know your inmate information and all that. So these organizations, because I am working with organizations that help out people. So give out your information so they can reach out to you.
Anthony Hicks Ill. My present number is 178-914. Lakeland Correctional Facility.
And I appreciate you for tapping in, Mobile. You're gonna have to call back and give these people some more knowledge on these different ways of surviving the penitentiary and these court systems.
Okay, peace.
Peace and love.
Thank you for using GTL.
That was Anthony Hicks. That was Anthony Hicks tapping in, letting y'all know he's coming off the lifer's law and he'll be coming back into society. So y'all need to know who's going to be in y'all communities. That's why I had these brothers tapping in and sharing their stories. So I want y'all to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, the gangster stories will be back. I will be telling. I got Vincent Smothers coming soon. You feel me? Hitman Vincent Smothers on the incident that transpired with him and him helping free other inmates. But hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Let it be known to these youth that the streets ain't what it is. And it's 1,000,001 stories in the urban community, and this just but one, and we go get to many more. Stay tuned, and I appreciate y'all for tapping in and tap in at 8 o'clock for now on, and we'll be having a YouTube street song. And I appreciate y'all. And this Beat Factory 313, and I am your host Juice, and I'm out. Peace.